Welcome again to another episode of Flourish Hub. Flourish Hub, the Center for Human Flourishing.
This is a community. This is your home. I'm Sam Wanyere.
And Jackie Wegoki. It's really a pleasure to see you, Sam, today.
Nice seeing you, Jackie.
Yeah. And the last time we were discussing servant leadership.
Yes.
And we looked at some of the misconceptions about servant leadership.
Yes.
And I can recall very well that what came up is that as servant leader are leaders that are really willing to serve.
True.
They're willing to be followers sometimes.
True.
And to build a community as they empower others.
Definitely.
Of course, borrowing it from Christ-like leadership.
Yes.
Today, I would like us to talk about intentional leadership.
Yes.
And so I'll start by asking you, when you think about an intentional leader, what really would it take for one to say, I am that kind of a leader?
Jackie, a leader is not just a leader.
Uh-huh.
And there are so many good examples of bad examples. People who are leaders for the sake of being leaders.
Okay.
When we talk about intentional leadership, we are talking about someone who has already made up their mind to be leader, to be a leader, to be an effective leader. This is where one is clear about their purpose. This is where one is clear about their direction, and where one is willing and ready to do whatever it takes to be this effective leader, intentional leadership.
Great. So we are looking at a leader who is purpose-driven, goal-driven, and of course, focused. It's
Yes.
not just being elected as a leader.
Yes.
So why do you think then sometimes we miss it as leaders? Are there barriers to intentional leadership?
Well, Jackie, many people will become leaders because of all the wrong reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Some of us would want to become leaders because of titles, because of prestige, and because of all the benefits and privileges that comes with being called a particular leader. You know, the world today has portrayed leadership as being a boss,
Yeah.
where you have these people serving you, these people doing all these nice things to you.
Yeah.
But when you talk about an intentional leader, it is someone who will remain a leader, who will remain purposeful, regardless of all the good things that surrounds them. They will not drift from their primary role of leadership. They will not move away from what initially they were called to do. That is what intentional leadership is all about, and not all these other things that will make us not to become effective in our leadership.
I'm getting challenged
Yes.
that as a leader, one of the questions I'm thinking I should ask myself, and possibly we throw this also to our viewers there, is it's important to keep on taking a self-evaluation. Yes, we are in leadership, but what kind of leaders are we, or what kind of a leader am I? Am I really an intentional leader? Am I enjoying this journey of leadership? And if so, is it because of the title, or is it because I have a purpose, I have a goal, and it comes from the heart?
Yes.
So self-evaluation, we can say that it's really a key aspect also when it comes to intentional leadership.
Yes.
I wonder what you would suggest to our viewer, Sam, as we come to a close regarding intentional leadership.
Jackie, you have just talked about self-evaluation, where I keep reflecting and self-examining myself to see if I am still on course,
Nice.
to see if I'm still effective, to see if I have missed it somewhere along the way. Because when I look at my journey, when I look at what I have been able to do, I'm able now to measure it against where I wanted to go. And this is what intentional leadership is all about. Self-evaluation, self-evaluation, self-evaluation all the time. So that as you progress, you are not losing your purpose or your goals.
Thank you, Sam. It's been a pleasure to have you. You have brought out the whole aspect of, as leaders, we have to be intentional.
Thank you, Jackie.
And I think that you have also shown us how we can interlink the whole aspect of servant leadership and also becoming intentional as a servant leader.
Yes.
We look forward to being with you next time, our viewer. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like us and subscribe to our YouTube and Facebook page. See you next time. Karibuni. Thank you.
Thank you.